back to Living Life Simply. My name is Rahel if you're new here, and in today's video I wanted to share with you how I make DIY raised beds in order to save some money. So first things first, I'm going to be creating two separate raised beds. So for the first raised garden bed, I will be using 4 planks that are 3 feet long by 5.5 inches tall, and I will be using 2 of these on each width of the garden bed. And then I will need 4 12 feet long planks that are 5.5 inches tall, and I will be stacking 2 on each side to make it 11 inches tall. And on the corners, I will be putting planter blocks, so I will need 8 planter blocks, 2 for each corner. For the second raised bed, I will need again 4 wooden planks that are 3 feet long and 5.5 inches wide, as well as 4 wooden planks that are 96 inches long and 5.5 inches tall. Again, I will be stacking 2 of these one on top of the other, and therefore we'll need 8 planter blocks to put 2 in each corner. I like to use planter blocks because they're a cheap method to create a sturdy raised bed. And Old Castle makes these planter blocks where you can just literally slide your wooden planks into, and it's so simple and so great. And then for both beddings that will have the 3-foot wide sides, I purchased a beam that was 92 inches long, and I had it cut to 3 foot, 3 foot, and a little bit left over. And I did this with a total of 4 planks in order for me to have 8 3-foot long planks. Next, I want to protect my beddings. It's something I didn't do last summer, and I really do want to do this summer. So I bought some netting in order to put over the bed, and I also bought some 5-foot posts for my larger bed. I bought 6 of them, so I will be putting 1 in each corner as well as 1 in the center. If I see that I need more support for the netting, I will definitely add more. And then for the smaller bed, I'm also going to plant shorter crops, so I don't need something as big or as tall. So I'm going to be using some wooden posts for that are 2 by 2 inches and 42 inches long. So that is my plan. As I said, this is something I didn't do last year, so I'll have to see if it works. And then I just bought staples that I can staple the netting into the ground to make sure that it stays in place. Then finally, let's talk about how I'm going to fill the beds. So I'm first going to add a thin layer of all-purpose stone. I think this will help the water seep through if it's in excess, so that the plants have more air to breathe. And then I'm supposed to be getting some soil delivered at some point, and I will fill the beds with that. And of course, then I'll plant my vegetables. So I think now it is time to start building our frames for the raised beds. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to measure the width of the space that I have in order to center my bedding. So I just have a little bit over 5 feet, so I'm going to leave about 1 foot and 2 inches from each side. So I'm going to place my plank right there. And now, let's get our blocks. And then, once it's ready, we're going to pop in the beam and push them in a little bit to make sure it's tight. And repeat this with the second layer. I put on the inside, the side I don't like as much, since no one will see it. And now I'm going to do the same thing long ways, but I actually already measured the long ways center before I put the width one in order to know where to start the bedding. And another important thing to keep in mind is that the blocks will add even more length. So when you calculate how much space you have, do add the blocks into the calculation. So as you might have noticed, the sun has definitely started to come down. It's almost dark, and I think I'm gonna stop here then and do the second bed tomorrow, as well as fill this one with some stones. So I will see you then. And yeah, I have here my 4 3-foot long planks in order to build the sides. I also have my 8 planter blocks, and I have my 4 96-inch long planks. And yeah, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out where I want my bed so that it's nice and centered, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I filled one of the beds with a layer of all-purpose stone, but I don't think I bought enough for this entire bed. I'm going to fill what I have, and then I'll see how much more I need to buy. Yesterday I was in the area of Home Depot, so I picked up the missing bags of stone, and now I'll put them in the raised bed. Good morning. So today I'm getting finally my soil delivery, so I will be able to continue building my raised beds, and actually my dad will come and help, so I will take you along with me. So once the soil was dropped off, I tried to go ahead and fill up a wheelbarrow and bring it that way to the backyard, but since my house is on a hill, it was very hard to push it through, so my dad and I ended up just actually filling up some buckets and bringing it that way to the backyard. And finally, we did end up filling the garden beds. I still do want to work a little bit more of the soil and maybe add another few bags of soil. We'll see if I do that. But basically the next step is to add the netting, and I will definitely see you once I do that. So this is how I build my raised beds DIY style, and I hope that you will give it a try as well. If you do, let me know in the comments below, as well as feel free to share a picture on Instagram and tag me in it so I can see your beautiful raised beds. Make sure to also include what you're growing in your raised beds, because I would love to know that. And if this is your first time here, make sure that you're subscribed down below, as I have more garden content coming very soon, and I would love for you to join the Living Life Simply community. Also, please like this video if you enjoyed it, as it really makes my day and helps me out, and I will see you very soon with a new video. Bye!